Metalgreymon gets a modded upgrade to his Alteros mode thanks to Izzy. No Hercules Kabuterimon appearance just yet, plus the human world and the digital world are starting to cross over. So welcome to this episode 42 recap review video where we unpack everything that happened in Digimon this week, including the newest upgrade to Agumon's line. Seriously, I know it's something of a technicality because it appears that the device Izzy built to upgrade Metalgreymon's railgun into an ice blaster is only going to be used this one time, but if you add this to the list, we've got so many forms for Agumon this season. Agumon, Greymon, Metalgreymon, Metalgreymon Alteros Mode, Metalgreymon Alteros Mode with Izzy's railgun mod, Mugendramon, BlitzGreymon, WarGreymon, and of course Omegamon. But how did we get to this point with Metalgreymon's new mod? Let's rewind. Tai and Izzy are exploring the world as a duo when they come across a garbage dump full of human world appliances and items, including, yes, for some reason the DIM card that comes with the new Digimon Vital Bracelet. Is this garbage from their human world or our human world? Anyways, we meet Garbamon, who lets us know that all this trash started falling out of the sky one day after the black lightning we'd seen in the first half of the series stopped. Tentomon theorizes that when he and Izzy stopped the ISS crash a few weeks back, this need for the digital world to reach the human world, it didn't just stop or go away, it turned into this new phenomenon of human world objects arriving in the digital world. I truly hope there is more to this, since we teased it in Sora's episode a few weeks ago with the fridge falling from the sky. Human and digital worlds colliding sounds like a high stakes climax, and it also smells of a metaphor for where we are with technology in 2021. You could argue the real and digital world are already colliding, considering how much we use our phones and how many of our interactions happen through screens these days, with everyone needing to stay inside. But we learn about a Digimon terrorizing Garbamon and his friends, Raremon, who turns into Raremon in the back half of the episode. Garbamon, who is a science user just like Izzy, has been reusing and recycling objects from the human world to create devices that can stop Raremon and defend his friends, the Chumon, though it isn't working very well. So far, he's already lost several of his friends, and Izzy sympathizes with his losses, at one point contemplating loss, revenge, and mourning. Izzy says, quote, "It's some kind of pain that can only be understood by the ones left behind." This aligns with what we know from the original series about his parents passing away when he was very young and him being adopted. But the fact he's so aware of this feeling of mourning and revenge, I wonder if in this series the loss of his parents was a more recent event that he was more aware of. I guess we'll see if they expand on this in the future. In the episode's climax, we see Izzy take the lead, but not to activate Tentomon's Mega Hercules Kabuterimon. Instead, he goes down this Dr. Stone line of thinking of defeating Raremon with the power of science. He is aware that the enemy has consumed a massive amount of oil from the human world's cars. He tasks Metalgreymon with heating up Raremon's body with Gigastorm, the heat mixing the body's oil. Then they strap this cooling mechanism onto Metalgreymon's Alteros railgun to charge the cooler. Although freezing won't work, Izzy realized you can solidify the body just like how you would use waste oil hardener. Pour it in while the oil's hot, mix it, and cool it. So Metalgreymon Alteros finally uses the quote upgraded bazooka, and voila, Raremon is incapacitated, stuck in one place, unable to move and do any further damage. Garbamon thanks Izzy and Tai in the sunset, and just like in the last few weeks, the episode ends with a little sunset scene and a nice painting transition fade out kind of thing. I enjoyed this episode more than I didn't, but I will say this format is starting to wear thin a little bit with me, since we know the show is only going to last about 60 something episodes and we're in episode 42. The pacing has been so strange for this series. Around episode 30 we were getting huge lore dumps, and now we've slowed down to a crawl. I feel bad though, because it seems like the writers can't catch a break or can't get a win with us. When they go hard on lore, we complained about not getting enough time with the characters, and now that we're getting time with these characters, we're sitting here saying we need more story progression and we need more lore. I think you can have it both ways though, and hopefully if the human world garbage appearing in the digital world turns out to be a real ongoing plot point, this episode just gave us that. It just did that. One of my biggest fears is that the other kids' megas are not going to be appearing in their own dedicated episodes one at a time, but rather we'll have them all appear at once in one final battle without much fanfare or dedication to the kids earning them. We won't know if that's happening until it does or doesn't happen, but every week that we don't see the next mega, I get increasingly nervous that they're going to be doing this with the other megas. But what do you think about this episode? Was it boring, or did you love seeing Izzy and Garbamon take on this Dr. Stone mentality? Will the human world and digital world collide, and will that matter? Is the Vital Bracelet just a fun teaser, or does it somehow have a bigger implication? And will Tai's Digimon get more forms before the other kids get their megas? Comment your thoughts, leave a like, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing so that you're the first to know when my new Digimon videos are up. If you watch Digimon on Saturday mornings in the US or Canada back in the day like me, you might remember another Fox Kids / 4Kids show, Shaman King, but you might not know it just got rebooted in 2021. I have an episode 1 review plus this little everything you need to know recap that breaks down all the Shaman King manga and things that happened in Japan between 2004 and 2021, so definitely do do me a favor if you can and check out that video. Maybe Shaman King 2021 can be our next watch-along series since it hits on that same early 2000s nostalgia. Alright, until next time everyone, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.